20.
I spoke too soon.
When
I spoke too soon.
69-year-old Bill Belichick meets 20-year-old.
Don't do math. Stop doing the math.
God. Late. Oh, Jesus.
Wow, what a good start. He sucks. Ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Cut.
Welcome back to the Fear and Podcast. We have a wonderful show here today. We got full stack, full cast on deck. I cursed Austin.
That's the craziest
Start
intro.
learning Chinese.
God, man.
Hey, you're out of here. We're going to swap you over for a new guy.
I got a 6'5" Turkish kid been begging to do the intro.
Yeah.
Cutie and I have the Mormon plague, and we still have it. It just
You're
won't.
still
I mean,
sick?
we're just still dealing with symptoms. I think we developed the new coronavirus.
When I wake up every morning, I have like a sore throat if I'm tired.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know
You
what's
haven't
going
gotten
on
it
over
in however long.
Yeah.
We
Wait, when
shouldn't-
you wake up, you have a sore throat?
Still.
You have acid reflux, cutie.
No.
No,
It's
no,
like
we've
in
already
your
looked.
nose.
Yeah.
It's like sinus.
Yeah, we know
nose sore
we
throat.
know what acid reflux is.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I've had an endoscopy.
yeah, and so have I.
Cutie,
What?
it's like, it's super early today, but you
I was here
look
on
hot.
time.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Hassan, number one,
Good
stop
job.
flirting with me.
Good
It's
job.
inappropriate. Number
Yeah.
two,
You
do
got
look-
like a weird, like you got a weird look to you right now, like a sick hot.
I'm going for like one
Like
night.
a Brittany Murphy.
One
Yeah.
night stand hot. That's
Yeah,
what I,
yeah.
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
new thing. I got my cowgirl boots on.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She's got a high skirt on too.
I got a short skirt,
Ooh.
Like this is like
a
is
Fleetwood
this-
Mac
So
shirt.
what happened? Like this is like what you wore last
She's
night
a-
to the bar, had a one night stand, and now you're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I actually.
What's your favorite song off Rumors?
Oh, Silver Springs. Yeah, I like that.
That's a
one.
deep cut.
Fleetwood Mac.
I have no
I
idea.
like that.
Yeah.
You never outrun the voice of a woman that loves you.
Yeah. So you're trying a new look here. You're a little Paris Hilton.
This is the thing. I've learned you do baggy top, skirt bottom,
Mm-hmm.
or you do baggy on baggy. Those are your choices. You can't do tight on tight.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
That's what I've been told. So,
Yeah.
And honestly,
you arrived at this today, like this year, 2025 is when it took.
yeah, because usually I do leggings and a shirt.
It's funny because I mean that's even worse than Austin's track record for the most part.
It's bad.
But what
no,
I
my
will
track
say-
record is very bad. Bullying does work.
Yeah. What I will say is that it's been so out of trend what you're describing that it's I think almost about to be in trend again.
Yeah.
Like it's been almost a decade
Yeah.
since that was
I
considered
was dressed.
unfashionable.
I used to dress so poorly that you should have killed me.
Whoa, Jonathan.
No, like you should have killed me.
Can't.
You can't
Can't
just
kill
you can't just die from that.
That's
No,
fine.
you should have killed me. Like
think that's the
you should
gayest
have.
thing you've
You
ever
should have
said.
not allowed me ever to be seen ever in
I'm
public.
letting you-
You
I'm
should.
letting you
Imagine
run
if
with
we
that.
just mercy
Yeah, we beat him
killed
with
her.
hammers.
You should. You should have put a bag over my head and suffocated me until I changed my
Okay,
clothes.
now it's
That's-
coming. Now it's going kink territory. I think.
A little too.
He's
Yeah.
getting too
ABC.
excited about
Bro,
it.
speaking of drip, I gotta say, fallen soldiers out there. Shouts out to the Essence boys. Shouts out to the Farfetch boys. Shouts
the
out to the
heck
boys
are
out
these
there
boys?
throwing fits.
the who boys?
I'm just giving shout outs to podcasts and also applications that I use to purchase clothing because Donald Trump's tariffs regime has come for us. He doesn't want you
Oh, yeah.
to put something nice on. Donald Trump doesn't want you to throw fits. Donald Trump doesn't want you to get bitches. Donald
No.
Trump does not want you to have Issei Miyake. Donald Trump doesn't want you to
No,
have
he
Yoji
doesn't.
Yamamoto.
He doesn't. He wants your clothes to be made in America, Hassan.
No, he
That's
wants
right.
your Well, the material's not even in fucking America.
Pause.
That's your guys' coffee.
My coffee.
We will wait.
He didn't get me coffee. I'm pissed.
I did.
No, you didn't.
This is not the type you like. All right,
You
we'll
know
wait.
me and
You will drink
you
the
know
cold
me and
brew.
Austin are latte girls.
Yeah, can we talk about this?
He goes, oh, don't worry, I got you guys coffee. I got 4 cold brews and 1 latte for Austin.
Mhm, which was honestly, I feel so good right now. I know you don't feel
Woman
as good because
erasure.
I know he got you a cold brew, but he did remember my very specific order.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got it iced.
Sometimes I don't even know if he knows my name.
Did you get it iced?
I hope so. I thought so, but maybe I didn't.
And if you didn't, that's okay because it's a free coffee and I'll take it. But I do like it iced.
It's good to know. Cutie,
What?
would be your order in a hypothetical scenario?
Well, I'm off normal milk. I'm on soy for the hormones.
Oh.
Yeah, because I got hormone problems.
Yeah.
So I was told to do soy. And I have high cholesterol.
You do?
135.
No.
I know.
I have high cholesterol too.
Really?
Yeah, high cholesterol girlies.
Wait, does your mom or dad, is that a genetic thing?
Well, my mom died from like a stroke-ish. So, a little
Okay.
bit.
Well, let's get you on some blood thinners.
No.
Okay.
I'm taking more fiber, but I do keep shitting myself because of it.
Wait, fiber's supposed to help you like increase the,
Not me.
you just keep shitting yourself.
Dude,
really?
I think fiber is so fake.
Yeah.
Fiber is so
I
fake.
actually shit myself after one of our last episodes
Wait.
because I couldn't get into my house.
No, yeah, I got you ice, by the way.
Because
thank you.
You can go change the password, and I didn't know it.
Can I say something about fiber?
I don't
Fuck
want
fiber.
that bullshit.
Fuck fiber. Well, I love fiber. I use it all the time, but I think it's such a phony thing.
What are you talking about?
Because
it's just
like
science.
if you eat too much fiber, it makes you go diarrhea. But also if you eat too much fiber, sometimes it stops your poop from actually coming out.
Yeah, or just being
Yeah, I don't
constipated.
So
understand.
what is it?
What are
is
the
it?
rules?
Yeah, what are the rules? Who determines like is some type of fiber like I'm the poopy fiber and the other type of fiber is like I'm going to stop you from pooping?
I tell you what.
I don't know.
You know what's really good?
that pisses me off.
I got the solution. All right? An acai bowl before bed.
What?
Yeah, you're on a
Why?
big acai bowl kick.
I am.
You've been
Yeah,
talking
this
about that
later.
for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm on
take
it. Yeah.
Why? Why?
It's got tons of fiber in the morning. Everything comes out smooth.
Okay, I don't understand that
Ew.
either. I don't understand that either because acai bowls, they have fiber, sure, but they also have a lot of sweet stuff in them. Like I feel like that's how do you go to bed?
He's fat shaming you. Insta.
Yeah.
No, I feel like if I
How
had
do I
an
go to
acai
bed?
bowl before bed, I would stay up.
I put your content on my.
Oh yeah, you go to
Good
sleep.
You guys
one.
want to know something really funny?
Classic.
We do ad reads for Beam Dream Powder, and one day I was like, I want to take this stuff.
Yeah.
Shit knocks you out.
Wait, really?
Knocks
Yeah.
That's
you
not
the
an ad, by the way.
fuck out.
That's not a-
knocks
This is
you
not
out.
an
Yeah,
ad.
Really?
Fuck, bro, you just
Yeah.
gave it to him for
Wait, you
free.
haven't tried it.
Of course I've tried it. I've
Oh,
had the
sorry.
whole bag, right?
No,
Cutie, they're
bro,
one of my favorites.
It's a good mix. It's a
I've
good
been
mix.
popping one of those, and I just like,
When I had my
like
really
out, like
bad
old man
insomnia, that's
Yeah.
it worked.
And it worked?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I've got some at home. So maybe I'll try it.
So
You
what
look
else?
great today, Will.
Why I feel
What-
like I look like shit. I'm in
No, you look
concussion
awesome.
protocol. I
Yeah,
slept,
what the hell
I
happened?
slept for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what happened?
He watched a debate yesterday,
I'm in the. I'm
and he
in
got
the
concussed from watching.
yeah. Oh, what is he saying? No, I do like basically over 5 rounds of live sparring now. Every time I train with Ali Myth, and he just put one in my ear hole the other day
Ow.
that I swear I like spun around. I was like, whoa! I think
Yeah.
I farted a little bit. He hit me so hard. Felt my neck crunch.
Need more fiber.
And
Yeah.
it's like the first time that I've noticed I've been like really concussed. Like it just was like a sweet shot behind the ear and like everything was like not cool. Like bright colors, all that. So
Yeah.
I mean it happens when you're shit happens when you're partying naked, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is the first time I was like, yeah, I ate one. So
I don't-
hopefully that's the only time.
I don't think I could take one hit.
No, I've had a concussion, and yeah, the whole time I'm just paranoid that I'm dying.
You
Yeah.
ever been hit in the guts?
I've never been hit,
We
period.
could do what that on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Just one straight punch
You won't
to your
like it.
Just maybe it's what I need to just snap.
Yeah.
What?
Just attack me.
Well, no.
What
Yeah.
you think? Like you're gonna
Well-
magically become like a warrior?
Yeah, like a fighter. Like I'm just
I
gonna
don't think
start.
it works like that.
I mean, I do think I think I got something in me.
You definitely like when you get hit can like go into a fight or flight.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's flight.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
He
I'm
just starts-
done with
He
this.
just starts running away, crying. Ah!
I mean, that is my default is run.
Yeah. No,
At the sign of
it's
danger,
a good default. It's
It's
a good
run.
default.
Yeah, bros, protect
it's
yourself.
run. Yeah, just letting you know if we're out together in danger,
Yeah.
I'm running.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you could be like one of those guys that goes up to people
Mm.
and then pisses him off, and then as soon as these like, just start trying to fight you, like I'm just a little guy.
Yeah. I know.
I'm just a little guy.
pull
Give
my
me a
pants
kiss.
down.
I just want a kiss. Pull your pants down.
Yeah.
You can be that.
By the way, I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you went to New York.
I went to
True.
New York. I went back to my homeland.
Yeah.
I went back to Princeton, New Jersey.
I saw you eating subs, dude.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
so
I had a
mad.
Stomping
Hoagie Haven
grounds.
sub. Shout out to Princeton. I also
Shout out Princeton.
like got to rent out part of this pizza place that's like kind of famous in Princeton for my youth, and I just put a message out to anybody I knew still living in Princeton.
That's
I was
sweet.
like, and I was like, pull up. We had like 13 people pull through, and we were all just eating pizza, talking about the good old times.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and the funniest part was I was with one of my boys, who one of our most formative memories was like he and one of our mutual friends when we were 16 years old getting a DUI,
Oh,
and the guy
I
that
know-
they were
yeah.
driving home randomly sat at the table next to us
what?
when we were like 16, and we were like, "What are you doing here, Christian? This is so crazy." But it was like it was a very healing moment.
Good.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's cool.
Good.
Yeah, but it was nice to go home. I haven't been back to New York in forever. I saw Glengarry Glen Ross with Bill Burr.
I saw that. Yeah.
Was he good?
So good.
God, I love him
He's
so
so
much.
rad.
I want him to come on my stream or this podcast so bad, but
Yeah, we'll suck you, bro.
I feel like we got a connection with his comedy company somewhere. I did a podcast, which is like, it's like the Lost podcast, but I did a podcast with George Lopez.
Ah.
What?
Do you ever? It's a Lost podcast. Nobody knows about this.
I remember
But
you
on a
doing
day,
this.
on
Bro,
a
you're
random
like-
day in 2021, I pulled up to the George Lopez podcast, and it was me and like Greg Carrillo, which is the guy that busted like a big murder in Los Angeles. A
That's
cop.
awesome. That's
An-
awesome.
An ex-cop, and nobody watched it. But it was me and George Lopez,
bro, you're like
for like 2 hours.
You're like Shaq doing side missions, but you haven't completed the main mission.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense.
What?
You just
That wasn't
randomly
nice of
That's
him.
so-
What do you mean
just
that hasn't
randomly-
completed the main mission?
You just keep popping up doing side quests.
All right, but
That
You're
was
like, oh,
3
I
years
just
ago.
smoked weed with Wiz Khalifa. Like,
I did do that.
I know.
family, I have a story
oh,
for
they
you
found
guys.
it. Oh my god, I think they
This
found
is the
it.
George Lopez.
Oh my God, this is George Lopez.
The lighting is horrible.
Oh my God. Ooh. God.
What is this fucking podcast, bro? It's
It's Oh My God Hi with George Lopez.
dog. This literally
Oh
looks
my
like
God,
this looks
hi.
like a snippet from.
But look at me. I was fitting right in. God, I look like shit.
no,
Okay.
It's just
What?
the lighting makes you a vampire.
yeah, no,
But I just look like shit.
No, the
I'll be
filter, the
honest.
filter feels like it's a snippet from Sicario of a fake
Yeah.
podcast, like not a real one. And then the fucking narcos are gonna come in any moment now.
But look at my nail. God, I was going through a rough period.
Yeah.
I was going
You
through.
hadn't
Oh
figured
no,
out your
and
hair
you're gonna
yet.
watch yourself
Oh.
eat. This is gonna be.
Oh
this is-
God, I was fat.
This is,
Look at me.
Oh, look at you go.
Oh God, look at my hair.
How many-
Good God,
how many
have
views does
mercy.
it have, Mark?
It was well.
That's awesome.
Things have changed.
Things have changed. You look so much better.
Thank you.
Last
Why-
call. Does anyone want food?
No.
Why
Oh,
did
okay.
George Lopez and the cop look so intense?
Because
I
it's
know it.
George Lopez and the cop.
Like the cop was angry at you. I think,
I don't think I ever told them I was gay. Do you think they knew?
bro. Come on.
Bro, that's when I showed up with my skin tight
Painted nails.
skin tight pants with black painted nails and
They thought you were the bassist in Green Day.
By the way,
and fucking Chelsea boots.
okay, I'm gonna say something right now.
Yeah.
I'm not on any Mean Girl shit.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
The way you looked at your hair right now, or on that show, and said ooh ooh, one day when you finally listen to me and buzz your fucking hair and go blonde, you are gonna look back at your hair right now
This
and go,
guy-
what was this man doing?
No, this guy wants me to look like George Michaels.
I want
so
you to look
fucking
like
bad.
Zayn
Yeah,
Malik.
I want you to be my father figure.
yeah.
Also,
Hurt
George
your
Michaels is
tiny
fucking
head
hot.
in
No,
my-
isn't he
No,
hot?
I
He's
know.
an icon.
Give
He's
me a
sex
second.
icon.
Let me get to 35 and then I'll do it.
All
Just
right.
do it now.
I need.
know what?
I'm
I'll
gonna
do it
I need
for
to get
you.
him a hair
No,
transplant.
you have beautiful hair.
That's
Don't
true.
do that.
I do have beautiful hair.
Wait, hold on, just a second.
Your
Okay.
hair His hair is like mine.
Guys,
it's frizzy.
guys.
It's like we have
You don't like my.
we have Levant hair.
I
it's
went
hard.
to the hair doctor and they said I had gorgeous hair.
No,
They were
we
putting
have
their hands through it.
Well, you have the hair of a Levantine. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not Irish hair.
racist.
What do you mean?
You have Lebanese hair.
Yes, thank
So,
you. That's a
because
nice.
of that-
Honestly, that's the nice thing. He's ever
You have
said to me.
Lebanese hair and you have Lebanese beard. Fucking
Thank you.
grow
I got
into it.
beautiful hair. Everybody talks about my hair and how beautiful it is.
I don't think.
Okay. Well,
No,
look.
it's like either.
Okay, chat. I need to hear. A lot of people disagree with your take here, Hassan. A lot of people disagree with it.
I just know the vision. I have it in my
I
mind.
know
it's
you do.
beautiful.
I've
It's
been
beautiful.
cooking a story for you guys that I think is going to change you forever.
Oh God.
So I also went to Coachella.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I went to see my favorite band in history, The Prodigy.
Oh, so
And
good.
let's just say I got out of my right mind, right? I went places. I went on a spiritual voyage. Then after that voyage, I ended up at our Airbnb in a hot tub with some friends that I was meeting for the first time.
Wow.
One of those friends was a very German swinger. Oh, hi, sir. How we
Wait, was
doing?
this after?
This is after.
No, this is after I left the hot tub.
You were there?
Yes. This was a separate day.
Oh, this was a second. Okay, because okay.
This is a separate day.
Oh yeah. This is
So
after I left
we didn't
Coachella.
go.
Yes.
No, we weren't invited.
So we've gone.
No,
Don't
Will
say
and I,
that.
Will and I talked. And
Will get so mad if you said
sorry,
you weren't
we're cutting
invited.
off Will's story, but I do want to interject and say Will and I
What? We weren't invited?
hot tubbed after Coachella, and we
Yes.
had gay sex, and we slept in the same bed.
Yes,
go
we
on.
actually did sleep in the same bed.
We
which
did,
is hilarious.
and had,
But
and
no
had
gay sex?
So this is a different day.
Don't be jealous.
This is a different day. I'm in the hot tub with my new German friend, and I've heard legends that he's a swinger.
Okay.
right? We're all sitting
That's
there.
how all Germans
It's
are.
our group. It's day 3 of the festival. Marsha's right. I misplaced it. We're all cooked mentally, physically. All of a sudden, I kid you not, a trail of 10 people just walk into our backyard. 10 people I've never seen before in my life. And I'm like, what is happening? And one of them looks like if I was 6'5" and pumped full of steroids, mustache, white guy, chiseled jaw. And he walks over to our friend and is like, I'm going to use the name James Marco, St. Marco, to protect his
God,
anonymity.
his name is so good, too.
I can't say.
I know, but his name is so good.
Because it would instantly identify him. He comes over to him and he goes, James, we need you. And I'm like, what is happening? What does he need him for? And one of the girls that's with them goes, do you mind if I swim in your pool naked? I don't want to get my clothes wet. And the 10 people in the hot tub are like, what is, huh? Like, yeah, sure. What the fuck? We're like, like, what is happening? And dude, this guy with the mustache looks at one of the girls in the hot tub and goes, do you want to come with us? You can come with us. And she's like, where are we going? And she's like, ask your friend, do you want to come with us? Come with us. And they go in the house and they immediately start fucking. And we're like, what is happening? And we ask our German friend, James, we're like, what is happening? He's like, shit, I didn't even tell them where I was. They just showed up. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't tell them where you were?
So this guy's just like a fuck machine. He just walks around and just says,
yes,
yo,
yes.
Scheiße.
So they're asked to leave the house. They all leave the house. And I asked James, I'm like, James, how could you even fuck right now? You're Friday. He's like, oh, you've never heard of the trimix. And Marsha, what is trimix? There is an injectable Viagra that they take in a syringe and shoot directly in the penis.
Oh, my God.
Directly in
Germans,
the penis.
dude, Germans are so advanced at being gross, dude. They're so advanced at weird sex shit.
But
I don't think a German has ever fucked normal.
my mind, dude, here's the diagram. My mind was absolutely Fraggle Rock.
Oh, there's a very specific place you have to
my
inject
God.
a serum.
Kitty, is Ludwig shooting trimix into his dick? Or are you guys having sex
That's
for real?
crazy.
So what does Trimax do exactly?
Austin. He's doing mental math.
No way.
He's doing mental math on how many
No, hold on.
twinks he can go through with a trimix.
That is awesome. That is when your one friend in your group is like, that's crazy. Where does he get it?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Look, I'm not.
Does it hurt when
I don't. I mean, I can get a natural erection, but I'm just curious what the medication does.
Right.
Yeah, what's the point of that over
James'
Viagra?
direct quote was, because I asked him the same question, and James was like, well, dude, you do the trimix, we can be wrestling, fighting, and I still have rock hard erection for hours. And I went, James, you promise? And he went, oh, yeah. yeah. You like
So
it,
how did
don't
you stop them? What'd you go on with a spray bottle and just like tell them get out? Yeah, get out of their living, like because
No,
'Cause they're just in your house.
James, to his credit, was like a really cool human, and he knew what they were doing was inappropriate, so he asked them to leave. And he was like, "No, my weekend has been full and fun. I'm not looking for the sex right now."
Yeah.
And just sent them away.
So you sent him
his
in 'cause he
penis
knew how to
game-
handle
his
them.
penis game is so crazy
Yeah.
that this group of people, men and women, came and they were like, "We need you. We need that dick."
Like, we got
God damn,
issues
like
with
Just
this
for the
guy.
record, this man was gorgeous, like Grecian god.
Did you see
Yeah.
his penis?
No, how did I see his penis?
Come on, you gotta know.
I feel like in that environment you could have been like, come on,
Show me.
Yeah.
Let me see the trimix.
yeah,
James Marco says
yeah.
Marco.
Show me what you're here for.
Let me see your penis.
I
you
want
know?
to see the marvels of
No, but-
medicine.
If there
when
was
I-
ever a moment,
When
to-
I tell you on a full head of drugs, me trying to understand what was happening, I was
yeah,
shocked.
I'll be honest. I just don't think I could do drugs like that. I think I.
Are you talking about Trimix? I wasn't
Yeah.
on Trimix.
Oh, you weren't on Trimax? Okay,
No.
I'm getting all confused.
He
There's
was
so
on
many
different drugs.
Yeah. Well, I just couldn't do those either. Cutie and I couldn't do those.
Judy, you have similar stories.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
I've never once been like.
I want to
to
listen to women.
You've
I
never
don't-
been pulled into an orgy?
No.
I don't know what I would do in an orgy.
I've been to an orgy. I've talked about it before.
I feel like you'd
participate.
grab a plate of food and watch.
I would. I would. In the beginning. That's what you did. You.
The food.
Faggot.
No. I didn't dine on the. I didn't feast on the food. There was like. That was my first time being in like a super wealthy person's house, which is kind of funny because like my house somewhat resembles that now in terms of what I'm about to talk about. That's where I got the idea of like stocking everything all the time.
Yeah.
Because
That's crazy.
there was a beverage refrigerator,
Right.
And it was freshly stocked, and I couldn't comprehend it. There was so many different types of
Yeah.
There's so many different types of beverages.
That is so. You're on. That is it. Being in the middle of the orgy. This is your special hyper focus.
Yeah, and also
cans on top of each
no,
other.
it was so accommodating. Like it's not their first orgy. You know what I'm saying? Like there were hampers with bathing suits in them.
Oh, interesting.
So that
God, they
people
had a
could
whole
go
system.
into the so that people can go into the pool. and
This
the
is what I would
jacuzzi.
do at an orgy. I wouldn't like get into the mosh pit. I'd probably start on the outskirts,
Yeah.
and then I'd make my way to the. I'd probably find a little side thing.
Okay.
So what? Like so you're just gonna go and then walk away?
No,
Boom.
no, not like no.
Just, nothing else touches, just my penis.
No. I imagine in an orgy there's like a mosh pit, and then there's like
Mosh pit.
I imagine there's just like sucking and fucking. It's like
just like-
Open up the pit.
It's just like
I just feel that's what I feel
they're
like.
just suffocating underneath.
No,
Like there's someone dying.
I feel
in
like
the
there's
human
always
pile up.
humans tend to when they get close together like that. I feel like everybody creates like a little just a compact
Right.
area, and then everything around it. There's just like probably little side
Well,
quests
like
happening.
For the
outside.
Patreon, I brought some Trimix.
Oh, yeah?
we can try it.
Perfect. Let's
Yeah,
do
we'll
it.
do a
I'm
fuck
ready
pit.
for it.
I mean, imagine being the person that has to kick off the orgy. Everybody's standing in the group and they're like, okay.
Well, I had a.
Here we go. That is my social anxiety nightmare.
on me.
I asked about this. I asked a friend about this because he's like, well, I got invited to a jockstrap party orgy. And I was like, how do you know it's an orgy? And he's like, well, we're all wearing jockstraps and that's usually what happens.
Wow.
And I said, well, how does it start? And he's like, well,
There's
somebody.
actually a ceremony.
Yeah, I was just like, well, because I was.
Buckeye Bill
It's
is the one.
exactly like Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, you all play.
And he said you just start drinking, and then eventually everybody takes their pants off, and then somebody starts kissing, and then
Wow.
and it
and
spirals.
then it's the mosh pit.
Yeah, then it yeah.
Yeah.
It
Hey,
spirals.
what's happening? In
Yeah,
your
sorry.
nation?
So
Yeah,
sorry.
Your
no.
Oklahoma
I feel
congressperson's
like-
there,
Holy.
also in a jockstrap. He's getting
Wow.
real freaky with it.
Yeah, no, this is what I expected on a Saturday morning. I have lots of orgy experience.
I'm so sorry, cutie.
I don't.
I know.
I just had people
That's
show up.
crazy.
I don't either. But for the
Obviously.
record.
You know when you're in one of those like
Obviously.
places
Sorry.
and times where you can't really like articulate yourself well either. So I was just sitting there and I was like, what the fuck am I happening right now?
That's crazy. That's insane.
What's happening in Girly Pop Nation?
We've got, you'll like this one. We've got Bill Belichick.
We're not talking about this. What a
Wait,
lie.
we're not?
No, that was her line to him.
Okay,
I've
sorry.
said this
Yeah.
to like 3 of my friends and they don't pick it up. We're not talking about
Okay, I've got it. Let me
So you
pull it
got
up.
because there's a lot of different
This is
angles
a
from that
good-
interview.
this is a good
There's so much in that
crossover.
interview is slammed, is jam packed.
I knew you'd like it.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, 1 second. Stall for me.
You know what, Will and Cutie?
What's that?
I used to have a wallet that was falling apart.
Really?
Yeah.
Boo. So what do you have now?
Oh my God, Kitty, I thought you'd never ask. I've got a Ridge wallet.
That's
All right. Because I noticed how slim and unique and modern the design is that could hold up to 12 of my
And the
cards.
crust wipes on off.
That's right. Right on off.
Also, they're indestructible.
Yeah, they are. Can't be broken.
Wait, and that's a Peanuts collab.
This is a Peanuts.
Snoopy's on it.
This is my Snoopy Ridge wallet.
That's so cute.
You know what always worries me too is
What's that?
people trying to scan for my credit card numbers. But thankfully, with the Ridge wallet, RFID
blocker.
blocks it.
That's
Yes.
big.
Right? And if you lose your wallet, the Ridge AirTag attachment, you'll always know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
For a limited time, you guys, our listeners, get 10% off Ridge by using code FEAR at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code FEAR, and you're all set. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
That's right.
Okay,
Okay, so let me give some context. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't immediately know the name Bill Belichick, he's one of the greatest football coaches, if not the greatest
Of all time.
of all time.
Yeah.
And now he has moved on from coaching professional football to coaching college football and to doing commentary. And in that transition, he left his wife and he got a very young girlfriend. I
Yeah.
believe she's 24 years old.
Yeah.
And let's just say people have mixed opinions
Yeah.
on this pairing. And he recently
Problematic age
went
gap.
on a Sunday morning interview where they decided to ask him about the nature of his relationship. And
I'm fucking load.
I'm stalling on
God
this.
damn
Okay.
it.
Okay. Listen. There's a lot that was not mentioned and also is truly interesting about this interview in general. Because there's some drama that we can talk about while she pulls up the girly pop side of the story in terms of like not mentioning Robert Kraft at all, right? Like there was some
Bob Kraft.
there was some back and forth there.
Well, the
but-
back and forth there was Sunday morning asked him, Bill, how was it being fired? And Bill Belichick was like, it was mutual. Bob Kraft and I had a conversation. He's
Yeah.
like, well, you know, they say that they fired you. And he's like,
Also, why?
See if that link works, Mark.
Can you explain to me why he was wearing that navy shirt that was like distressed?
So this is Bill Belichick's. It's really interesting for for a man of his age. He definitely has an aesthetic, and that aesthetic
He does.
is he wears distressed old sweatshirts with holes in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kind of carved that niche out for himself. You know.
Okay, this is fun crossover because we are doing sports this week as the girls.
Yay.
Yeah,
Sport,
yeah,
sport,
not
sport,
a, not
sport.
a, not a, you know.
I'm so curious at the end of this what side Girly Pop Nation is on. I can't wait.
That's the fun thing about girls is we are lovers, but we're also haters.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're like slay bitch, 24-year-olds go after that 73-year-old slay, and then other times we're like, what a gold digging bitch.
Yeah.
And he is.
We have two sides to
Yeah,
us.
Marge is shocked at how young Bill Belichick looks.
That he is,
for the
Marge.
age of 73, right, Marge? I bet he's
Okay,
using that
Cutie,
try
I don't
me.
mean to jump the shark. Tell me you have their tandem yoga photo in here.
I believe I do. Yeah. Oh yeah.
blessings. All right,
Because
let's
that's
go
what
through.
kind of kicked this off. All right, you can push next.
Blessings.
Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson. Okay, so that is left in on accident. You can skip that.
Our team. Is that from another? Is that from another?
So
Editor, cut that out.
Canva.
What the fuck?
Canva gives us.
Was that from another?
No. Canva gives you temp slides, and then usually you switch them out.
I think we should
But
leave that in.
That was left in. So that's our team. They worked hard on this.
That's so funny.
Oh, did it crash? Fudge cakes.
There you go.
Bill Belichick's got shooters. He doesn't want you seeing this.
Okay.
Our team.
Okay, that's them. So she's Gorgina. I mean,
Yeah.
she's 24. He's 73.
Yowza!
Okay, can I add a little context to this photo?
Yeah.
This photo initially sparked outrage, and Marsh correctly pointed to something. You notice that they are both wearing rings.
No, she's wearing one of the rings.
Now, one thing you should know about one of those Super Bowl rings was that it was won the year before she was
Yeah.
born. So she is wearing a Super Bowl ring that he won within 365 days of when she was born.
It's her birth year
Yes.
Super Bowl.
He's
But-
like, what's he saying? Like, you think he's saying, like, I want this for you, honey?
Okay, so they basically were saying he just didn't have room on his hand for all of his
But why that
accolades,
one?
which is dope.
But then she went on Instagram and she was like, "It's actually my national cheerleading championship ring."
Oh.
But no one,
Wait, why did she lie about that? Can't
we
we just
don't know.
see what the ring is?
I mean, it might be, but that's
a crazy ring
Super Bowl
for-
ring.
for a
'Cause
cheerleading
zoom in on
championship.
his, they look like his. Like they look like crazy ass
Yeah.
rings. But anyway, one of those rings, I don't know which one, is the year she was born, which is
Yeah.
that is like a crazy.
Yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Oh, click on the link. This is just a fun Snoop Dogg made fun of them, and I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been a football fan for a long, long time. I mean, I remember back when the Cowboys was good. I remember back when the Chiefs was bad. And I remember, what was it? Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't even born yet.
Oh, she likes it. They like it. Oh, everybody. Wait, so
Everybody likes it.
it's not even like he's not like ashamed of it. Like he's just like, yeah, she's the
Okay,
hot
so
young
I'm gonna-
sexy thing I got on my side.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they initially knew how many people would receive the ick from their situation because Bill is not really known for his social acumen.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is his famous quote. If you know anybody who knows football, is on to the next week. In any presser, like where he was asked a difficult question, he would go on to the next.
Yeah,
one.
they don't. We
We're
don't
just
really
focusing
care
on
about
next.
Will's social personal life usually.
The only thing we know about it is that he also is a daughter kisser, right? He's a mouth kisser.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
No, Bill definitely look up Bill
Well,
Belichick kisses.
let's stay on
That's
task
a white
here.
people thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's stay on
Him
task.
and Tom Brady both kiss
well,
their
you
don't want that in
children
your
directly on the
sandwiches.
lips.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a white person thing, okay?
Marsh, why don't you Google that real quick?
I've kissed my dad before. It's fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's where white people draw their power from.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they were so good.
So you can go next slide. Bill Belichick has a new book.
It's where we learn to cheat taxes.
that's coming out. And allegedly he stormed off set.
Yeah, I mean,
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Okay, pause.
Oof.
Pause. I didn't mean to ruin anything. That quote in particular stuck in a lot of people's craw because he's not a musician.
Yeah.
He's not painting. How the fuck is a 24-year-old who weighs 110 pounds the muse for him to create an I Write 22 wiggle? You know what I mean? Like, what about that is helping him create defensive stunts? It's just such a strange thing to say. Okay, continue.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship.
The hole
They've
in
got an
his
opinion
sweater.
about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
never been too worried about what everybody else thinks.
True.
Just try to do what I feel
Yeah,
like.
look
is
what I'm
best for
wearing.
me. That's right.
On to the
How
next
did you guys
week.
meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on. Though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I
Yeah.
love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different side of you. What's the reaction been like
What's it been like?
to have these different sort of photos? There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing
looks
Jordan
uncomfortable.
on your feet, and she's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns and above all,
Good save.
wins.
Yeah. So
Can I?
So
Good save.
the funny thing about this, and as the resident sports guy, I want to give you guys a little context. Bill Belichick now has stepped out from being a coach and is now a public figure, right? He's doing like NFL broadcast stuff. He's in the booth and he's trying to build himself out as that person as he returns to coaching, but he wants to do more hosting, right? So the funny thing is, he's been famous for giving no information during his NFL pressers. And he's handling this interview with Sunday Morning like it's an interview press, like it's a presser where he's giving no information. And the interviewer is like,
Yeah.
you can't just, there's no one else here. You can't just move on.
Do
He's
you
gonna he's gonna pull the clipboard in front of his mouth.
Do you think to some degree,
responding.
I mean, he has no idea. He's 73 years old. He's known to not really give any answers. He's probably not on social media.
I think he's also kind of autistic.
Like, I don't think he knows. Like, I bet she's just like, let's take these photos together. And they're cringe, but he's also 73.
Well, I think that gets into the next part.
Yeah,
Cutie.
so I mean that was the other thing is apparently they like met on an airplane ride.
Oh
But they like they don't want to talk. I don't know why she doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, next. So she posted on her Instagram a response to this because TMZ was like, oh yeah, she delayed the interview for 30 minutes. She was the only person with him. There was no one from his team. Like everyone was kind of saying it was like pretty like
Unprofessional.
kind of like unprofessional, but also like, you know, the typical controlling, like predatory, like no agents there, like just this girl, this 24-year-old. So people are like getting mad or whatever. But essentially, Jordan posted a screenshot to her Instagram of the email from Bill dated April 10th, which was 2.5 weeks before the interview. The post included a screenshot of a video on her camera roll with the timestamp showing the video is 35 minutes and 59 seconds long. She tagged CBS Sunday Morning and Tony and captioned the full statement to be released later today, but no statements have come out. She attached, "Look what you made me do" to the post, implying that these screenshots should vindicate her from people spreading false rumors. We don't really understand what she's doing. She's saying that she didn't delay the interview because it was only 30, like she posted the time and whatever. She's just trying to pretend that like she has nothing to do with anything, but also hasn't like actually posted any proof or anything. It's just bizarro. But then she went on a crazy retweet spree. So she was just having a moment. So she was like, yeah, I see a woman who cares about her man, doesn't want him to be screwed around by the media. Nothing awkward about it. Imagine a private person wanted to keep their private life. Shocking. Like, so like she's retweeting pretty much anyone defending her.
I know, but all of these tweets are getting horribly ratioed in every single one of them.
Yeah, that's not looking too good.
She
35
also-
responses, 16 likes. Oh,
She retweeted one that said that Bill should have strangled Tony, the guy asking questions, which is kind of cool.
Tony double circ.
Yeah, Bill wants to reach across and strangle the life out of the interviewer. I kind of wish he did. She retweeted that, so that's kind of cool. Okay, next. Then she went out and got a picture wearing what everyone thinks is an engagement ring on Monday and Tuesday. So now everyone thinks they're engaged. So essentially she's kind of just like, okay, let's talk about something else. Next.
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
And I want this to be a reasonable discussion.
Okay.
Okay. Inappropriate age gap relationships. I have one rule on it where I think like the moment that the other party also has like some semblance of autonomy, I think is like, especially the woman in these scenarios, because like that's the most common meta is like you have a younger lady with a much older man. I say 25. Like once a woman is 25 years old, like prefrontal lobe or whatever that's called is like developed. Like she's an adult making decisions on her own, and it's still weird, but it's not. Barring other circumstances, is not. I don't think it's as problematic. And in this situation, I feel like she's not. She's 24 years old. But from what she has done so far, it kind of feels like she's the one who is in control of the relationship.
Yeah, she
and
wears the
not
pants, it seems.
Bill Belichick. So initially, my initial response was like, this guy is like, what's he doing? This is like a young 24-year-old girl that he's hanging out with. But it kind of feels like she's living La Vida Loca. Do the girly pops agree with me on this? Like, is this like a get your money up queen situation?
She's identified herself as the chief operating officer of Belichick Productions, which is interesting.
I didn't know he had a production company.
Yeah, so
I think this is like a Jeff Bezos' new girlfriend / fiance situation.
So Hard Knocks, which is a show on HBO, was going to do a show featuring like the team that Belichick coaches right now.
Yeah, they were going to do a college version of Hard Knocks. In case you don't know what Hard Knocks is a show that works in correlation with the NFL, where they're actually required as NFL teams, part of the collective bargaining agreement, to embed Hard Knocks with your preseason preparation once every 8 years if the NFL team, or if the NFL deems your team is the most interesting team. So once every 8 years, if the NFL is like, you're the most interesting team, you have to take HBO's crew in. And it's led to some of the most amazing football moments ever. Hard Knocks wanted to do a college version. And because Bill Belichick has now gone back to coaching college football, they wanted to do it with UNC, and they shut that process down.
Essentially Jordan, she like wanted to be like really heavily involved in the production, and it just led to them shutting it down because she was just so controlling after it was like just about to go. So there's like more than 200 emails of them working on it that Jordan's not in any of them, but then all of a sudden she's like, all of a sudden she is the operating officer, the chief operating officer. And it's like, what is going on? So people are really confused. Hudson has had an unofficial role at UNC since Belichick's hiring in December, including being copied on some of the emails. And she's constantly requesting communications with UNC's media staff. It's getting messy, and it's giving messy. So next.
I think she is rocking Bill Belichick's world. I'm just... is that fucked up for me to say?
Let's scroll through some more information.
Okay, am I messed up?
I think everybody's thinking it.
Is that like? Am I pulling an Austin right now? Am I?
No.
Listen.
No, you're not.
Oh no,
Listen,
you're agreeing.
I'm right. Yeah, I'm right.
You're there with me.
Of course, she's fucking rocking his world.
I think
he's 73. It doesn't take much. He may need some Trimax, but
so that Trimax.
Yeah.
No, we've come full circle. I think the problem, and I think the issue is this: everybody is kind of two minds about this, where everybody's like, hey, they're two consenting adults, do what you want to do. But it is hard to get past the coloring of it, that this is a lecherous old man and a woman who is a tenacious gold digger. And it kind of like colors it where you're like,
that's why it's like, that's why I'm saying it's best of both worlds. Like, because usually in these situations, like, there is a wronged party, right? There's a party
you're
that like...
saying that because they're both collectively kind of scummy, we're okay.
No, that's why it's a perfect story to watch from the outside. Because like normally when you look at this, it's like a 60-40 situation, right? Like where there is a party that is definitely being wronged, like overwhelmingly being wronged, which is why my initial reaction was, ugh, gross. Did he like
This is a symbiotic relationship.
Yes. I was like, ew, Bill Belichick. Like, did he go on a private
tiny
jet?
bird eating bugs out of a hippo's mouth.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
Is this okay?
Where that's the reason why I was like I said, at first, it looks like any other story. Scummy, lecherous, old pervert guy on a private jet meets someone that's like very young, and then all of a sudden they're, she's in the background, she's in the sidelines, but like not really a prominent fixture in the relationship, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, are you okay? Like, can you blink twice if you're okay? I hope you got a prenup. Like that type of situation, right? But in this circumstance, it feels like she is a fucking go-getter. Like she's just like, yeah, no, I am the person that's wearing the pants in the relationship.
So
Bill Belichick released this statement.
Yeah, I see this.
Where essentially he's saying like, I was doing this interview to talk about my book, and Tony was being cringe and was asking about, he was like, Tony was being cringe and asking about my relationship, and she's not being a bad person by shutting that down because it's supposed to be about my book, and she's just looking out for me. And we had a 35-minute convo, but they only posted 8 minutes of it, and like they included the relationship part, and like, why is it even part of it when we're supposed to be talking about my book?
wait, hold on. But then he admits that they met on a flight to Palm Beach in 2021. She's 24 now, so she was even younger then. Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
So she's 20. He met her when she was 20.
I spoke too soon.
When
I spoke too soon.
69-year-old Bill Belichick meets 20-year-old.
Don't do math. Stop doing the math.
God.
Stop doing the math.
Okay, maybe, what are you doing? Maybe she was 21. We don't know what month of 2021.
She had a nice apple juice when they went out.
God, she couldn't even order a drink. And also, a flight to Palm Beach. What were they flying? Delta? Was this a private jet? Why was she on the plane? What's going on?
A comedian
she's a
friend
flight
of mine.
attendant. Oh, okay.
A comedian friend of mine, when referring to the Shannon Sharp situation, said because the girl was 19 and Shannon's like Unc is like 50. Outside of all of the other details, was like, even if everything was good, all things considered, you're like 50, she's 19. That's like blowing a 0.7 on a breathalyzer for pedophilia. Where you're like, what are you doing? Like, okay, you cleared, but like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Way too close.
Yeah.
Was that Stabby?
What?
Was that Stavros?
No.
Oh.
So that's where we're at. So we're deciding, we're confused because at first it was go girly pop, get your bag. But now we're kind of like, oh.
Yeah. The moment
She's
that you brought the math in, I feel gross. I feel gross about the things I said.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Misogyny or warranted concern. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
so we
that
have
should be a
deep
recurring
questions.
segment.
Oh my God.
Misogyny or warranted concern. I do think, as girly pops, I think we're leaning towards warranted.
Oh,
It's
you're
a little
welcome.
strange.
Well,
So-
I definitely was like, get your money up, queen. But then I'm like, ooh, she's like 20.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, I think that just being around them, if I don't know, if they were to be over for dinner, for example,
Yeah.
I would just be uncomfortable.
Because
Like, if they did anything coupley, like held hands or said
Yeah.
honey, or it would just make me feel uncomfortable.
can I tell you what's going to decide
Huh.
if he wins at UNC?
That's funny.
If Bill Belichick goes and gets a natty, everyone will be like,
Get it, Bill.
hell yeah!
yeah, they'll be celebrating her.
North Carolina will make her the queen.
Yeah.
That's true.
She will be an honorary Tar Heel to the end of the universe.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I find strange? The dinner party example is perfect. What I find strange about stuff like that is that it's so obviously a thing that's weird, but your social expectation to be polite is to not look at it and not say something about it. So you just have to fucking sit there and be like, yeah, no, it's Bill, known you for 50 years.
Yeah.
Love that your new wife is younger than your daughter.
Yeah.
That's normal, I think. Nothing wrong with that. That's pretty. You guys probably get to a lot of stuff. You guys have a lot of fun together, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? I think, no disrespect, maybe I'll be a lecherous old pervert one day as well. Okay, so who knows?
We will make fun of you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, what do you? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
What are you guys talking about? I
think-
can't even talk to a fucking 20-year-old right now. I'm 33. I don't know what the hell's going on in a 20-year-old's mind.
Yeah.
For me, it's very interesting because my parents have an age gap. They're 22 years apart. And even that, like my dad feels so old compared to my mom now.
Yeah, but they're both old.
But exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if they do start a family, that gap is so crazy.
Well, yeah, he'll be dead before the child even has a memory.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
I just like the technological differences in the childhood development of Bill Belichick and this woman is so severe.
He was born in 1951.
like, bro, black people were not going to school with white people when you were alive.
We were 12 years from the Civil Rights Act.
She watched Yo Gabba Gabba. He watched Groucho Marx.
Yeah. His TV wasn't even in color.
That's like
they only had 3 stations.
Wait, he like avoided the Vietnam War. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
That was a good one.
That was a
Thanks.
really
Good
good
job, kid.
Girly pop
What'd you
nation
bring?
coming through.
What did I bring? I
you bring?
didn't bring shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He brought his fine ass.
I brought my fine ass. Thank you very
Sure,
much,
shake
cutie.
that.
Yeah.
I had a long work at week.
Yeah,
long
let's talk
week
about
at work.
that.
Can we talk about
My work week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your work week?
I have an all new appreciation for those that get up early and go to work for 10 hours a day, because that's what I did this week. From Saturday I got here.
Monday.
Saturday I got here, filmed the podcast. Sunday I had a day off. Monday 12 hours. Tuesday 12 hours. Wednesday
Wow.
12 hours.
Damn.
Thursday 6 to 8 hours on set.
I saw you hosting that Annihilator Cup.
I was hosting the Annihilator Cup. Yeah, I was.
You're working.
I was working. I've been a working man, which
working.
a lot of people have said is a recession indicator.
Yeah. Austin's
that
back
I'm
to
working.
work.
You
You're
know?
like the groundhog of
Yeah.
recession. If Austin Show works
Yeah.
a real job,
Yeah.
you know things are bad.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? W's of the week, L's of the week, W of the week. I'm very proud of myself. I'm giving myself flowers. I worked a lot, and I also stayed on my meal plan, and I went to the gym every day.
Wow.
And did cardio every single day, and that's all I did. I went to the gym and worked the entire week, and I feel good. L of the week is I still have the
There's fruit. Will you just give me
I
the
still
fruit?
have the plague that Cutie gave me, the Mormon plague.
Sorry.
And it's still causing me trauma
Plagues.
every day. So, W's and L's of the week. What do you think?
My
What's going on?
Deco, we booked our first birthday party.
Wow.
Yeah. So first birthday party, it's coming up. And
But it's Bill Belichick's.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so that's exciting. We're excited about that. My L of the week is that I worked too much.
Oh.
It was bad. It's to the point that I was like, I just got back from Utah and now I'm burnt out again. So, but I'm learning balance, and so I'm not working this weekend. And I've been asked to collab, and I said no.
Hey, Cutie, is the week that I just described your every week?
Yeah.
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 But I mean, I was on set, right? Anyway, you work harder than me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Some people were born to just. I'm just a girl.
But I built a beautiful set by hands. I painted and I hammered.
Oh my
and I
God!
did
You
stuff.
did. Oh God! I
I
can't
did
compete
all
with
that.
that
Took
shit.
me 3 days, unfortunately.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and then we bulk recorded from like 10 a.m. to midnight on Sunday. I think that was Sunday, yeah. And then it's been a lot. But I'm starting a new YouTube series, and I filmed that with Valkyrie on Thursday. So I'm excited.
Whoa!
Yeah. I'm going to do a new, I know, I'm tired. I'm really tired.
I'm starting a new thing too.
What?
I'm
Oh my
doing
God, let's talk about our new things.
every weekend. I'm gonna do a random workout challenge with John Choi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fun.
And this week we're doing the Rich Pina 8-hour bicep workout.
What is that?
Dude, you're gonna die.
Or it's an 8-hour long bicep workout.
What the fuck? Just
Invented-
biceps? No triceps?
invented
Rich
by this
Piana's.
Rich Piana, that's his name.
Classic.
Like an insane bodybuilder.
Oh.
Any
That
triceps?
sounds
Rest in
miserable.
power. Rest in power to my goat, Rich
He's
Piana.
dead?
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, pull up a photo
Well,
of
I
Rich
know, but
Piana.
you're doing his 8-hour workout. He's dead.
Well,
Yeah.
the workout
Pull
didn't
up
kill him.
Pull up a photo.
The drugs did.
Yep, there it is. It shows it right there.
Yeah.
Dude.
8-hour arm workout.
Wow, he's got.
I mean, look at those
Well, that's
arms.
what I'm saying. He has the drugs in his system to be able to repair his muscles quicker and more efficiently.
Well,
Oh wow.
maybe the drugs in his system weren't too helpful.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So he was doing steroids and filler and Botox. Look
Yeah,
at his face.
He was the man.
Oh, he was doing everything.
God
Oh,
damn.
God. Look at those arms.
What'd he die of? Does his heart stop?
Yeah, it just quit.
I
Okay.
think it's one of those situations where like there's too many to tell.
Did he
like
drop
the
dead, or-
forensics, the autopsy team is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything. You check all the boxes.
I'm recording it for YouTube only, but it's like a lot of filming, but it's okay. But I'm doing day in the lives.
Nice.
Where like it's like I spent a day with Valkyrie and I spend the whole day with her. What?
You need to do a day in the life with me.
We'll just go to the coffee store.
Yes, no,
yeah.
I think it would actually be a banger because nobody knows what I do.
Yeah, no one does.
So I think it would be
He's
so
gonna
much
try
fun.
to load his calendar up.
No, I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
You'll come to Oregon and we'll do a day in life. I mean, I'll be here probably by
Yeah.
then, but
But yeah.
He just, Elton John, what are you doing here? My normal stuff.
I'm inspired by like Vogue's 73 questions or whatever,
cool.
and then Paulo's like day in life in Tokyo. And so I'm making a baby of those two, and then I'll do it with YouTubers, and then someday I'll do it with Benny Blanco.
Wow, I love that. I
Love
that.
love Benny Blanco.
Yeah, so
Wow.
we'll see. So Benny Blanco is the dream
He's-
guest on my
he's the man.
podcast, which I do have if we want. I don't know how crazy we want to be today. I do have JoJo Siwa drama, but like
Oh, dude, the JoJo Siwa stuff is kind of crazy, and I kind of got into it.
wait, I was at a
I'm not, for the record, like Fear and listeners, I'm not trying to make this a pop culture podcast,
But you're succeeding.
Yeah.
but I am I'm not trying to. Like, you know, when we have it, unfortunately, we just had a very long week, all of us.
We're almost at an hour, though, I think.
We are?
And I think I had too much fiber. So
Okay.
And we also have another thing that we're going to do behind the paywall, and that
Rhyme it?
is review the Kanye West album.
Oh.
We obviously could not do it in front of the paywall because we would get copy struck.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. We would not get copyright strike, but I think we would get banned off the platform if we showed you anything from that.
I do not agree with Kanye West.
Yeah, but the reason why we're going to do that is because he's falling apart.
Yeah.
And it's in spectacular
W and
display.
L of the week for me.
Uh-huh.
Dude, have you guys played Arc Raiders?
Dude, I keep seeing TikTok
It's
clips of it. It looks so good.
Unreal. I am literally in my mind thinking about how excited I am that I woke up early so I can go home and play Arc Raiders. Because it's only available for another 48 hours before it's removed for like a year or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a beta test. It's the best game of the year.
Really?
Dude.
Wait, what are you doing it?
It's an extraction shooter. Do you know what that is? Like you
Nope.
go in and collect
Escape from
things.
Tarkov.
And then
Oh,
get
okay,
out.
okay.
But bro, every round is like a
Look, hold on.
one of you
Hold on.
just grabbed my dick. Oh my God. That was Kaya's paw slapped my inner thigh and slid down. And I literally thought one of you just like hogged me. And I like, look at what she did. Kaya,
Why was your first instinct one of us?
Because I didn't even know she was there.
She's
I
coochie
started
out.
petting her belly with my foot.
Come on, Will, don't react.
Oh, it's the
Don't
Trimix.
react, don't
It's the
react.
Trimix.
Yeah.
That's my W. My L. What's my L? No L's.
Well,
No.
I mean, you got punched in the head.
I got punched in the head. Go ahead.
W and L of the week, I would say, is both one and the same. W and L is after a year-long culmination of a deplatforming attempt and harassment campaign, I finally had a 5-hour-long conversation with my former podcast co-host in which it's a W because, like,
Pretty brief,
there
right?
was a lot, there was a lot of catharsis, I would say, and it's both a W and L in that regard because I also feel like the entire experience I wanted to draw back to serious issues, but it kept devolving into petty disagreements and mostly one-sided petty disagreements, I think, as opposed to like differences in opinion on issues that matter. So that was a bit of an L at the end. It left a bad taste in my mouth because I definitely was able to slam a lot of information in front of a lot of eyeballs and get a lot of attention to things that I wanted to get attention to on the serious matters. But also simultaneously, it's still like most of the impact of that, most of the things that people will remember from that will be the silly moments. And I feel like that is, that in that regard, I guess I was unproductive. So there's both a W and an L.
There you go.
There you go. You're getting your fiber in, cutie. You're going to have to poop after this.
Maybe.
Good segue.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode of Fear And. If you want to hear more, you got to join us beyond the paywall. Thank you so much for supporting. Thanks so much for coming every week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace. First, I thought that it would
If this is what free speech is, I don't need it. I really don't.
At first,
you know what I mean? Let's get rid of free. This is what free speech gives us. I think the founding fathers fucked up. I really do.
I don't even want free speech. I want no speech.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear anything any longer.
Like, this is insanity. This is insanity. And the fact that we have, oh my God, I'm going to crash out.